We live on a beautiful planet, one that has the perfect conditions to support life and is the host to millions of different plants and animals. While we only make up 0.01% of Earth's life, the future of this planet rests largely in our hands. When we look around the world today, the harm we are causing this planet is truly saddening. We continually ignore the negative effects that our ignorance is causing, and before long, the damage will be irreversible. One of the many problems that humans pose for the Earth is simply our growing population. During the 20th century alone, the population in the world has grown from 1.65 billion to 6 billion. This problem is harder to fix due to the freedom each human has to have children, and in most countries, as many as they would like. Some people would argue that we must start looking for other planets that could support our life so we can spread ourselves out more and not overrun our Earth. However, many people disagree with this belief and instead claim that we should be finding ways to stop harming this planet and not looking for a planet B. This argument has largely fueled some of the projects that are helping make humans a more sustainable species. Biomimicry is changing the way we develop technologies as to make them more efficient and environmentally friendly as possible. Green roofs are helping our architecture to become more natural and slowing the pace of global warming. Windmills, solar panels, and other technologies are providing us with more natural ways of harnessing energy from our environment. All of these achievements provide us with hope that we can save our planet before it is too late. We certainly should not forget this planet and stop pushing for sustainability in our search for life-supporting planets. However, we have to be realistic about our growing population and the threat it poses for Earth's future. In addition to helping save Earth, we must search for life-supporting planets before it is too late. In this video, we will look ahead to a point where we have already found 3 planets that will support human life, and we'll cover the way in which we will populate these planets safely and sustainably. Our plan is to send ahead teams of about 1,000 specialized people to these different planets and let them live there for about a year. We will provide needed supplies while they document the different difficulties and achievements they face. After we feel we have the needed information covering how to live sustainably on each planet, we will start classes on Earth that teach civilians about how life will be on the planet they will travel to and the skills they must attain to be able to live in balance with the life already there. The 3 planets we have found have 3 separate factors that we will focus on: plants, animals, and intelligent life forms. Let's begin our journey.
We live in a time of unprecedented overpopulation growth. As the world expands at an alarming rate, we are forced as a society to expand as well, building larger and larger cities to keep the 7.3 billion of us here comfortable. This expansion comes at a cost, however. We are now forced to take refuge somewhere else, leaving this tattered and degrading planet in search of a more habitable home. We look for our new home within our own solar system, but every planet seems to have a common factor: desert plains with no room for planets and wildlife. So we go outside of our solar system. What do we find? Incrementum, a planet so flourished with nature and naturally occurring beauty that it doesn't seem quite right to search for another home. We once again begin to establish ourselves on an empty planet, but this time we make sure our planet is sustainable and is in unison with nature. As our cities grow, so does the environment, as every building is blanketed with plants and microorganisms. As time progresses, our new frontier becomes larger and larger on this newly discovered planet. We always keep one thing in mind: the harmonization of our lives and nature's.
On our Earth, we brutalized, abused, mistreated animals. Instead of looking at them as equal, we looked down upon them and used them for our own selfish benefits, not giving them the respect they deserve. But that will all change when we move to our new planet, the planet of Dyart, run by sophisticated animals. On Dyart, the animals are separated into their own societies, their own systems. They have each their own cities, big and small, underground, above ground. They all live in unison together. Similar to our Earth, Dyart has its own climate, has its own so-called countries, where the animals are all separated into their own ways of life. Each one of their homes tempered to their liking, where they're able to survive and thrive. But, unlike ours, they do not fight. They work in unison, with everything on Dyart channeled to their ways of life. If we were to move to Dyart, we would need to live in unison with the animals. We'd need to adapt to their ways of life and become one. We'd have to assimilate to their cultures and not force ours upon them. thus creating one beautiful, united planet of Diart. We'd be able to join the animals, be able to become one species all together, living in peace and harmony.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
War, violence, destruction. We are killing each other when there is a greater danger we must worry about. For years we have carelessly polluted our earth. Trash mounds only grow larger, our waters only grow dirtier, and our planet only slowly dies each day as we exist. However, it does not have to be this way. We have found our saving grace, our time to start over. It is time to inhabit the planet of Straterra. Straterra is unlike any other planet we have discovered. It is, in fact, already someone else's home. With sustainable oxygen levels and a moderate climate, Straterra flourishes with life. Aerial cameras and landed patrol units have reported a civilization of intelligent beings already living on Straterra. We have, at the moment, named them the Ottawan people. We know only so much about the Ottawan people, but we do know that they function like us. These beings have learned exactly how to thrive on Straterra, and have mastered all there is to know about survival. They have not only built shelter, but their own city. Amongst the Ottawan people, they have a form of rule, a social hierarchy. The common people have been divided into subcategories. You have the hunters and the animal taming group. This group has found a balance with the animals of Straterra. Knowing their strengths, their weaknesses, and how they live, the hunters and tamers use the animals to help them travel around Straterra. Whether it be on the land, in the air, or in the water, the people of Straterra have used the animals for their benefit, but also not harming them. Next, you have the planters. These people do not solely farm the land, but also study the immense amount of plant life on Straterra. The Ottawan people use the plants' guidance for how they live and learn from their surrounding environment. The Ottawan people live in harmony with nature on Straterra. If we want to come and inhabit this planet, we have to do so carefully. We must take time to set up a form of communication with the Ottawan people and learn their language. They have technology and ways of life to share with us, and likewise, we have gifts and talents to share with them too. Even though we only make up 0.01% of life on Earth, we are the reason Earth is slowly dying. Our 0.01% has such a large impact on our planet, but we don't have to continue to be this way. We can change our impact from negative to positive. United under one goal, our 0.01% can reverse our damage and reinvent our presence on Earth. Incrementum, Diart, and Straterra are there for us to inhabit if it is too late to reverse the fate of Earth. We have discovered these planets as a plan B, but why abandon our home unless we really have to? Until we reach that point, Earth has not given up on us, and we will not give up on